Well, the deadline to file your taxes is right around the corner. With that comes a whole host of issues. And Karen Stiles with our Call for Action office joins us now. Thanks so much for coming in on the noon show.
You bet. My pleasure.
So if people have not filed yet and they're procrastinating and they're just scrambling to get everything together, what happens usually?
All right, very important to make sure that you file by the deadline or at least file for an extension. If you believe you're going to owe money, make sure that you try to pay as much as you can. The penalties for not filing and the interest and other penalties charged for not paying on time are huge. If you need help, you can get help from some of the volunteer income tax assistance centers that are throughout the area. Wisconsin Department of Revenue and the IRS have sections on their websites to tell you how to find those.
And even with the deadline looming, coming in on your shoulder, you definitely want to check over everything before you file.
Absolutely. That's one of the biggest mistakes people make is they forget to include a 1099 or a W-2 or some other problem that they've had along the way. So try to make sure that you're being as accurate as possible. If you're using a tax preparer, make sure that you're dealing with somebody reputable and that they have all the information and documents needed to file your return.
Now, we know that some people use that return that they're going to get to help them move to another place if they're looking for a place to rent, or people if they're just looking to move. What are some issues that you're seeing right now in our area about people finding new places to live?
This is a big time of year for people trying to look for another place to live. A lot of leases come up around the Memorial Day weekend, so people are starting to look now. And many leases require you to give a 30 to 60 day notice. Before you rent a place, you want to make sure that you do a thorough job of, first of all, checking out to make sure that the person who's offering it for rent is legitimate. There's a lot of scams out there where it's not a legitimate person who's even renting it. You can check with the city, in other ways to make sure that they are the rightful people authorized to rent the place. Before you move in, you want to make sure that, and in fact, even before you rent, if there are any repairs that need to be done or if it's condemned, anything like that, you want to make sure that you know what you're getting into before you sign anything, before you pay any deposits.
If you do sign a lease and you have some issues, are there protections in the state of Wisconsin to get out of it, or are you just stuck for the length of the lease?
There are some things that can be done. The landlord must give you 7 days to check for any repairs or any problems with the apartment once you move in. They do need to keep it in proper order. If there are repairs that aren't being done, you can get help from the city, and the landlord cannot retaliate against you for seeking assistance from the city.
All definitely good to know for families out there. Thanks so much for coming in, Karen. I know we had a long list of stuff, but if you have issues and you need help with a consumer problem, our Call for Action volunteers are ready right now. Call the number on your screen. It's 414-967-5495, or you can request help online. Just click on the icon on the front page of TMJ4.com.